We're rolling.
Shark Customs, we're rolling, man. Tuesday evening, night. It's night. It's after 10 o'clock. We had a heck of a storm here this afternoon. It was gorgeous this morning. Now you walk out that door, well, I got the wood stove going. That's how much the temperature dropped. Crazy, crazy weather, man. Crazy weather. I thought my garage was going to blow away today. It was so windy. Those big old doors just banging away all day long. Anyhow, noise you hear is the printer. The printer's printing. It's printing some rib bones for this thing that I didn't realize. I'm just going to quickly show you what I'm printing. I think I showed some pieces before, but you know, we got the leg bones. We get the leg bones. I didn't realize, like, that's how big it's gonna be. I got the tail left to do. The ribs, I didn't realize the ribs in there. There are only about 11 of them, 4 inches long, because they're all singular. You gotta clip them. You gotta clip each one of those ribs into these little holes. You got little clips and they snap in there, and there's 11 of them. So there's 22 altogether. Yeah, I didn't realize that this thing was gonna be this big. We got about 12 more pieces to print. I've just been picking away at it. The leg bones, this thing should be all glued together. It's got clips. But the leg bones, check this out. This bone alone, I've had such a problem with these. That one's, look at, there's a little cap on the top. You can see the line. And then there's a split in the middle. And then there's a little piece on the bottom. That's 4 pieces. Now, I didn't print that way. It was supposed to be all one, but the damn things kept falling over on me. So I just cut them in half and put like 8 pieces in there. Even the feet. This whole print has been kind of weird, crazy. I'm just about done with it. I'm running out of gray again. Don't know how long that spool that's on there is going to last. I have another spool, so it's probably going to be a tricolor gray. You could airbrush it or spray it. It's not for me. It's not my thing. It's for somebody else. But anyhow, so the electric boat. That's kind of what I'm concentrating on tonight. That electric boat, as you notice, I put it up on the shelf. Yes, that's right. I shelved it because I had one battery pack go bad. Might have mentioned that in one of my previous videos. I got a new pack, put it in, well, charged it up, let it cool, put them in, running the 6S, put it in the swimming pool. I probably should have videotaped it, but it was just going to be like just a little kind of a test run to make sure everything was working good, and if everything was working good, possibly go and shoot another video down at the river, you know, with it working. Well, I did a 1 minute, maybe quarter throttle, and I was like, oh, finally, it's working. It's not, you know, it's not cutting out. And I thought, okay, I checked everything. Everything was, you know, cool as a cucumber. I thought, okay, we'll do another, you know, 60 seconds or so with kind of the same procedure. See if things get warm. Got it going. And I was like, I'm going to give it just a little bit more throttle. Probably not quite half throttle. And, you know, for the first 30 seconds, everything seemed to be going good. And then all of a sudden, I saw a big spark down inside the boat. And then I heard the big pop. And next thing you know, the frickin' ESC was, you know, cooking away. But, and I'm gonna show it to you. It's sitting right here on this piece of paper towel. Well, what's left of it? What's left of it? These are the boards from inside. This one, yeah, there was some other things hanging off of it that kind of cooked. This was in the bottom. This was down there in the bottom. There was obviously things attached to the secondary. Yeah, secondary board. Check the secondary board out. That was like, that's what you call, you know, that's a meltdown. It was a good pop though. I'm not really too sure what popped, because I checked the capacitors. They were kind of de-attached. They kind of unsoldered themselves. I'm guessing heat, but this thing was, I checked this thing with my, I got this little HPI, you know, thermo checker, and after, you know, I wasn't sure if it was a battery at first, but I was pretty sure it was the speed controller, and I checked it, and it was only about 120 degrees, which you know, you should be able to run these things up to, you know, 140, 150 Fahrenheit, you know, with no problems. You don't want to go too much higher than that. But I checked these caps with the ohms meter, and they all registered the same. So I don't know. I got to figure out how to. I'm not an electrician by any means, especially when it comes to electrical parts like this. So I'm probably gonna do some research and see how you actually correctly, you know, check these capacitors to see if they're worth keeping. But yeah, a couple of the lines, most of this stuff, these leads, figured I would keep them. The plug, I keep it, so I cut the stuff off. I kept the little cooling jacket. Trying to get another one through Amazon. Whether I get one or not, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But this stuff here, I'm telling you, it freaking, you know, if you've ever smelt burnt electrical, yeah, this stuff's kind of been lingering in the garage. I was in the garbage can, and what did I do? I dug it back out so I could show you the kind of what happened. But so that project, yes, like I said, it's on the shelf till I can figure out. I think I need to change the motor. I need to go with a lower kV and go with a bigger speed controller, you know, at 200, 300, you know, something just to protect my ass, in a sense, you know, from overload. But none of the stuff, the batteries, the motor, like I say, the ESC, none of that stuff was hot, like not overly hot, like to the point where you couldn't touch it. I mean, I could put my hands on the wires, I could put my hands on the back of the motor, I could put my fingers on the ESC. The batteries, I checked, like I said, I checked everything with this. Batteries were, they were nominal, you know, they were like, you know, the temperature it is in here right now, like, you know, 70, 74, 75 degrees, something like that. So, which is kind of weird. So they didn't warm up, and then after, when I let the whole system cool down, I actually checked the voltage of the batteries, and the batteries were still up at like 11 plus volts. Well, they're 11.1 volts. They do charge up 12-ish, 12 something. So it barely used any of the juice out of the batteries. So yeah, like I say, I don't know too much about all this electrical stuff. We're gonna jump away from there. Still electrical. I got this big, massive power plant here. This was out of my blender, or our blender, and it was converted over to. It's a big old DC brush motor, and I welded this square collar thing on, and I actually I did a very simple test with it, I put it in this yellow boat, my jet boat, and I put a block of wood in there. I put some all around. If you don't know what all around is, it's this stuff here. And I just wrapped it over it, and I put screws right through the block of wood, right through the hull, just to hold the motor in. I did not run an ESC, but I'll show you what I ran. So here's my jumper leads. These 4 batteries right here. Got two 18s, two 18-volt rigid, big suckers, 4 amp hour, and two 20 DeWalt's. So that's a total of 76 volts, and I ran it completely direct to this motor, turned the nozzle in the boat, of course, and it was just like, okay, plug the wire in. This is in my swimming pool. Plug the wire in, turn the nozzle to the left or the right, whatever, and just let it go. And just let it go. And I let it go. Well, it ran on the 36. It ran on these two for more than 15 minutes. So they were actually low when I ended up hooking up the 4. Now, it was considerably faster. I had no speed controller. I wasn't even using my radio. I was just letting it kind of do donuts in the pool. Kind of would have been boring because it wasn't very fast. Even at 76 volts, this big old motor just doesn't spin. It just doesn't spin that fast. So it was pretty slow. But it was an experiment I wanted to try with this motor because I've got kind of got some other uses for this motor. Not a boat, obviously. So behind me, yes, you can see the yellow jet boat with the flames. Yeah, we've got it all buttered up. I filled the jet pump holes in. I filled all any bolt holes, any screw holes. I've put this plastic card, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if there's I know there's a name for it, but yeah, I got lots of this stuff. Lots of this piece is. And I just cut a bunch of strips and hot glued them on the top surface of the boat. I can flip it over. Nothing really to look at. It's just gutted. Put the wood in the holes so I could put some, you know, some body filler and stuff to get this flat, get it smooth. The whole idea behind this is, so this is wood. This was made from wood many, I'm not even going to say how many years. I'm just going to say probably more than a dozen. More than a dozen years ago, I built this hull for a jet boat, and I did run it. Same thing with a trimmer motor. I don't think in this boat, I don't know if I ever ran a more powerful engine like a Zenoa 26 or anything like that. But I've been wanting to take this hull for a long time, and I guess it wasn't until I started working on that boat and then working on my boat. I'm the RC quarter scale car, person, and then I made the trailer to put this boat behind the hot rod, and it's kind of like the boat thing has kind of taken over the car thing. But I'm telling you right now, it's temporary. But I've always wanted to take this hull and make some fiberglass molds of it, just because it's wood, and I don't like the inside with these strips of wood, and where the old part of the bulkhead is, and these rails be too hard to get out and replace, and it just looks to me like I got sticks of wood in here that have been fiberglassed over. It's nasty looking inside. It's ugly, and I don't like it. If I make a fiberglass mold, it'll be so nice and clean inside, and glue in, same as I did that boat, just glue in you know, two very nice, you know, 1/4-inch ply wood to hold servos and you know, gas tank, whatever. But so I've always been wanting to do that, and today I just decided, you know what? It don't have the motor and stuff in it because we took it all out to run the gas in that before we converted over to electric. This little trimmer motor. But the plan is make one out of fiberglass. I'm not going to run this motor. I'm going to get myself probably a, you know, I'll get myself a liquid cooled Zenoa. Because I only have one here and it's actually in a car. Believe it or not. Yeah, it's in my GT40. We'll get that out this summer. We gotta get that thing out. We gotta get them all out for a run. They're getting stale sitting up on the shelf, and I got way too many shelf queens. We gotta cycle through them and run them. You know, run one day, one the next day, one the day after that. The poor Chevy truck never did get its final paint job, and it's sitting there wheelless on the back. I stole the wheels for one of the other hot rods, even though I've got brand new sets of these nice big ones. I've got 2 brand new sets of these. And it's like, you think I would pull the truck down and, you know, throw a set of these on it. I'm just busy doing other stuff, man. I got paint, lots of paint work. I gotta get the gray coupe up there painted. I gotta get the Chevy truck painted. I gotta get this boat painted, you know. And then I've not even finished painting the coupe that's actually on jack stands in the garage right now that had the busted straight axle, you know, that I repaired. I gotta get that one back together. I gotta finish putting the graphics on that one. And I'm sure by then, I'll probably have a fiberglass boat that's going to need painted also. And, you know, and I still got that, you know, the Lamborghini Countach project too. I haven't even touched that. I don't even know where it is. I think it's sitting back there somewhere. This is the big one right here. I took pictures of the big one. This is the oversized one. I took pictures of it and I put it on Marketplace. Just trying to get my money out of it, really. If somebody else, you know, wants to do something with it, because I got so many projects on the go. I really don't have. I wanted to finish it, make it electric, and, you know, I don't know, put it on Marketplace. Or it's big. It's just too darn big. I think somebody could, like I said, I think you could make a pedal car out of it. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I got way too many other projects. But at hand, probably tonight. I'm hoping tonight. I was pushing along on this, and then kind of got sidetracked with some other stuff. And I at least wanted to get this PVA sprayed. I'm not... The fillers and stuff, I could prime this, let it cure overnight, make it really, really, really nice, you know, and then create the mold on it. But this surface that I've got going on, it's smooth. There's a couple little imperfections here and there. I'm not worried about that because, you know, whenever I do these fiberglass projects and then I pull apart from my molds, I've always got to do a little bit of cleanup anyway. So I thought, you know, we'll get the holes filled, we'll get the flanging on it, because this is going to be a 2-piece. Got to do the bottom, flip it over, pull the flange work off, and then do the you know, the top side. And we'll have to laminate the top and the bottom together. And I got some new ideas for the jet pumps. Yes, I actually got the jet pump out of here without breaking it this time. I got some new material. I got some PET G CF, which is 20% carbon fiber, and I'd really like to do a pump and some other pieces out of that filament. But yeah, I've always wanted a nice little, you know, this is, I believe this is 41 inches, 15 inches wide. And I think if I drop a Zenoa liquid cooled motor in it, I'm not sure. I might downsize the pump. I might actually go to a 40 millimeter pump. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about it. Just I don't know why. Just something different. I'll have molds so I can make multiple hulls and try different size pumps and different size impellers, and yeah, you know. So yeah, I thought I would come to you tonight, give you a little short update. I should have videotaped that thing blowing up because it was it's pretty exciting, really. It stunk a lot. You know, if you know what burning electrical smells like, it was. I pushed the boat away from me because I really wasn't sure what popped. I didn't know if it was a cell in a battery or the ESC. I just heard a big pop, and I just pushed the boat away. If it was gonna burn, it's gonna burn away from me. You know what I mean? And you know, yeah. Anyhow, yeah. So that project's it's on hold at the moment because I think I've found the motor I want for it. It's the ESC. ESC is always the biggest piece of the puzzle because, you know, I've been kind of going between a 200 amp and a 300 amp, and they get pricey. Let's just put it that way. You jump up from a 150 to 200 amp, and you know you've doubled the price. Let's just say. So there you go. You get to see what's been going on around here, and you didn't get to see it, but I told you about it. The next time when I do something, you know, my experiments and my tests and stuff, I'll get the damn camera out, alright? So you can see it, because, yeah, it was pretty cool. Dangerous? Not really dangerous. I could have just submerged it in the pool if a fire broke out. There's lots of water in the pool. But, yeah, there you have it, man. A little update from Sharp Customs. Share, like, subscribe, and, as always, man, keep on rocking. Peace. I'm out.